girl, China Love, and welcome back to my channel.
I'm a badass Brooklyn brown skin bitch, and I love a hood nigga with some toxic dick. Nothing but some socks, beef and rocks in it. Have me walking all crooked in my Crocs and shit.
Y'all, so today's story time is about when the Grinch stole Christmas. Oh, do y'all like my the Christmas tree? Yeah. We telling a story about Lesson. Y'all remember the story time I told about Lesson? How when I went and moved into a different county with a girl, it just ended me up with a motherfucking record. Yeah, a criminal record. Yeah, that's what we talking about. Okay, so in that story time, I think I did tell y'all that when we had got down there in like October, and I didn't get a job until the first week of December, I think. So yeah, the first or second week of December. So October, November, December. It took me 2 months to get a job, and mind you, within those 2 months, I told y'all how things have just immediately switched, like with her attitude and her, like, you know, her energy towards me or whatever. I end up getting this little job at this resort, and the resort was, it's like a timeshare resort or whatever. And I was there as a receptionist. I was so grateful, so thankful for the job, because I also was able to, like, you know, go to work, look cute in my little outfits and stuff, and just sit behind a desk the whole day. I literally did nothing the whole entire day. The thing is, though, with that job, it wasn't like a good paying job like the other jobs were, but I had to just get what I can get, you know, just so I wouldn't feel like I was a burden to her, because it felt like, oh, because I wasn't paying bills or something, I wasn't contributing to the house or whatever. It was kind of like I was like a bother to her, like I was in her way or something. So I was super happy when I did get the job. And mind you, remember I told y'all in the last story time, although I wasn't working, like I was still doing what I needed to do for the home. Like I would wash clothes, clean up, make sure, you know, everything was straight with the house. So I ended up getting this little receptionist job at the timeshare resort, and I loved it. Like within, you know, that week of me starting, they had like a Christmas meeting, and the manager of the resort, she you know, she bought everybody gifts and stuff like that. She also had bought me a gift too. I was so taken back and shocked, because I was like, you know, this is just my first week here, and to know that, you know, she thought about me as well, it was just nice. And I didn't really have to go to that meeting, because the meeting wasn't for me anything. The meeting was basically telling, you know, all the staff members what was going to be coming up and stuff like that. I didn't really need to be there, but she wanted me to be there so I can get my gift. Super nice, super sweet. Mind you, as I started this job, within like the second week, before I could even get my paycheck, sis was already like, I remember her being at work and me being on the phone with her. And mind you, I don't even think I was going to this job no more than like 2 times or 3 times out the week. So, and the money that I was getting, I think it was like $10 an hour, because around that time, like that's what minimum wage was. So around that time, yeah, I was only making like 10, I think it was 10 or 11, it wasn't enough. So and mind you, the first paycheck, I only worked 1 week or whatever. So the following week they were getting paid. So that following week when they were getting paid, I wasn't gonna have enough on my check. Like I probably made like $100. I don't even know if it was even $100. But anyways, I remember like being at the house, and she was at work, and we were just talking on the phone, and then she just brings up a conversation, was like, oh, like I was thinking about adding you to the lease. She was like, how much are you getting paid? Like how much are you getting paid and stuff like that? And she was trying to calculate my checks and stuff. So she was like, oh, well, do you think you'd be able to pay like $200 towards like rent and stuff? So, you know, I was excited. I was like, okay, cool. But in my head, like, you know, after everything was said and done, everything that happened, I was just like, damn, bitch, I just got the job, and this hoe's already asking me for money to pay toward fucking rent. And then in my head too, it was just like, I did not fucking ask to come here, bitch. Like, and I was the one that was being stupid, because I should have never even done nothing like that. But you know, I was younger at the time. Now I know better. I will motherfucking never, okay? So she was like, just calculating up my check and stuff like that, and asking me, do I think I'll be able to put like 200 towards helping her out for the rent and stuff. So I was like, yeah, because bitch, I was excited to pay real girl bills. Ain't that some shit, bitch? A bitch being excited to pay the bills. Because I just felt like, okay, like it's time for me to, I'm going to know what it's like to pay, rent and stuff like that. And so when the time comes for me to go and do my own shit, I can handle it. So I was like, okay, cool. But then I kind of like, I'm on the phone, but I kind of was just like, the fuck? Because you really just sat there and calculated my check, and you really just sat there and asked me to put in rent. You didn't even give me no time. Like, you didn't even wait until I got my first paycheck. The first paycheck didn't even come yet, and you already asking me for fucking money. It's like she wasn't even happy that I got the job. It's like once I got the job, she was complaining, because from then it was kind of like, bitch, it's like you didn't even want me to get a job anyways. And then when I wasn't getting no jobs because I kept getting revoked, now it's like it was even more of a bigger problem that caused between us, because now it's looking like, now she looking at me like, oh, like you ain't getting a job, you not working, and like you like, I don't know, that shit was just so weird. So anyways, now when I had got this job, it's not like she was even excited, like, like, oh my god, babe, I'm so happy for you that you got a job, like, nothing. It was just like, okay, or how you gonna find a way to get to work. And then when I started getting to work, because that was another thing, I'm gonna get to that, it was like you was already calculating my check and stuff. So y'all, now when it's time for me to get to work, I have to get to work like, I want to say like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. And I used to get off early. I probably got up around like 2, 3, or 4, around that time. I got up early. But when I had to go to work or whatever, that's me having to go to work, y'all. You would think that this bitch fucking hated me. She fucking hated, like, no, she literally did hate me. Like, when I literally think back to how everything was, I literally was in Delulu land, and she was just looking at me like, oh, I can't stand this bitch. I hate this bitch. Like, even some of the videos that I look back on with some of us, I just be like, this bitch couldn't stand me. Sorry, y'all. I'm like, this bitch couldn't stand me. So, anyways, it was time for me to go to work and stuff like that. And I think the first week, she sent me I think she took me, the first week she was taking me to work. And you would think that if you was in a relationship with somebody and you fuck with them, you love them, and you want to see them, progress and stuff like that, you see that I'm trying, you would try to help. No, it was kind of like, oh, bitch, like, now I gotta take you to work and stuff like that. So then I guess she got tired of doing that. So I think like the second week, I don't even think it was the second week. I think it was the first fucking week. It literally was the first fucking week. So the first few days she ended up taking me or whatever, and like the second day I could tell like it was bothering her, like she had like an attitude, she didn't want to do it no more. She went to work like in the afternoon, and by the time she was going to work, I was getting off of work. But still, the simple fact that she just didn't want to get up to drive me, because that's what it was, because she was also saying that it was too she was spending too much money on gas and all type of stuff. So she was just like, oh, she would just, I guess, give me an Uber, give me an Uber to the job and stuff like that. So I would, like, one of the mornings I would have to wake her up. I think one of the mornings she ended up sending me, there was no problem. The second morning now, when I would wake up, I would literally wake her up and be like, hey, I'm about to start getting up to get ready, because, just so she can get kind of adjusted to like, okay, I'm gonna have to send her a lift. So so she was like, I was trying to wake her up. So that morning, I guess I woke up and I was like, oh babe, I'm getting up, or I'm about to leave or whatever. And then I went in the bathroom, washed my face, brushed my teeth, put my clothes on, stuff like that. So I'm waking her up again. I'm like, babe. And bitch, when I said that shit pissed her the fuck off. Why the fuck did I do that? That shit pissed her the fuck off. Mind you, I'm waking up early as fuck. I'm already like, feeling a little bit sad. Like, I'm happy that I have a job, but I'm still feeling a little bit sad because I can feel her energy. Like, it's kind of like she don't like me, and it's kind of like, oh, like, bitch, I don't want to do shit for you type stuff. So I'm already, like, kind of feel this type of way or whatever. So I was like, because I said the way I said babe, it pissed her off or whatever. So she was like, she got up, she was like, oh, what the fuck, da, 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 like yelling and cursing at me and, whatever. So we going back and forth, So I get the crying and shit, and I start hyperventilating and we were overly, like, stimulated. So I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I just start fucking throwing up, and the whole entire apartment was carpet. So I just started throwing up because she was like, oh, I don't give a fuck. Like, she was just so angry. I never even seen her this angry before. But she was like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I bet you won't make it to that motherfucking job and blah, blah, blah. Oh, you ain't gotta go to that job and da, da, da. Like, basically just trying to say to me, like, oh, bitch, I don't give a fuck about you or that motherfucking job, bitch. You could quit that shit for all I care. Or I'm gonna let you get. She was like, oh, she said something. She made a comment, and that shit hurted my feelings so bad. Like, basically, like, oh, I'll get you fired, or I bet you I won't get you to that job so you could get fired. I can't remember. I'm not even gonna put no words to the girl mouth. But basically, to sum it all up, she was arguing back and forth with me, and she basically was telling me like, oh, bitch, I don't gotta get you no ride to the job, bitch. You could find your fucking way, or just don't fucking go and get fired type shit. So I ended up started crying, and then I also ended up throwing up on the floor and stuff. So she was like, what the fuck? Like, you childish as fuck. Clean that shit the fuck up. Blah, blah, blah. Like, just screaming and yelling at me. But I literally, see y'all, I seriously did not mean to do that. Because, bitch, I could have literally just tried to run to the back, but I couldn't because the fucking throat was coming out of my mouth. I'm screaming and yelling at her. And then all of a sudden, I just start throwing the fuck up. So, yeah, that happened. I ended up cleaning it up. And then, I don't even think she gave me a ride to the job or whatever. So then I had started to say to her, I was like, okay, how about you just send me the money from the night before so I don't have to wake you up in the morning time to take me to work. So she's like, I don't know. She basically, I don't know why or what excuse she gave to me as to why she couldn't do that, but I don't know, because it was just like, if I'm getting rice, I mean, if you have, it's like, it just didn't make any sense. It was just like I was trying different ways to, not have to bother her or, kind of stay out her way to inconvenience her, basically, because that's how I felt. I felt like I was inconveniencing her, and that's how she made me feel, like I was inconveniencing her, whatever. So I was like, coming up with different solutions on, how to try to not inconvenience her. So I was like, oh, just send me the money from the night before so I can just go, because it was the same amount every fucking morning. It literally was the same amount. So it started getting to the point where I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm not even gonna ask this bitch no more. I started asking my friend Lexi. Shout out to Lexi. My girl's getting married this month in a few weeks, actually. So she's doing like a court wedding, and then they're just gonna have like a reception after. So I'm super excited about it because this is my friend from high school. And y'all, when I say she was the reason how I was able to get up out and get up off of this girl, I'm telling you, because she's the reason why I'm even like really hesitant. Because bitch, the way how I used to crash out when I was with Lesson, I used to crash the fuck out. It made no fucking sense. So yeah, but shout out to Lexi, because some of the mornings I was just like, I was telling her what was going on. Like, she was the only person that I was able to talk to about what I was going through while I was there, because I wasn't trying to tell my mother, my sister, they don't know nothing. When I do talk to them on the phone, I would, make it seem like everything was good, because I want motherfuckers to think like, oh, you moved out there with this bitch and she don't even fuck with you, or, she can't even take care of you and stuff like that. At that age, my big grown ass age is kind of like, fuck, I look like calling back to my mom, but mom, can you send me some money so I can get to work? Then she'll be looking at me like, what the fuck your bitch at? Like, my mom would never look at me like that, but that's how I was thinking. Like, oh, my mom would just, like, I don't know, I was just always overthinking things. I just always wanted to do things on my own and just be independent and not have to run back to my mom. So, yeah, so Lexi was starting to send me money. Mind you, she barely had like that. She barely working. She got her own little situation going on too. But, every once in a while, she would send me money so I can get to work. So, y'all don't even understand how much I appreciate her for that shit, because I could have lost that job if it wasn't for fucking Lexi. Because if it wasn't for her giving me money to get to work, I probably wouldn't have had that job. And that job, I only was there for about a month because I ended up having to quit it because of, we gonna get there. So I was like, at this point, I'm not asking you for nothing no more. So I started to take the bus home or whatever. How did I even have money to take a bus? I don't even know. But I started to take a bus home or whatever. So, and then it got to the point where I tried to avoid her at all fucking costs. It didn't even make sense because now it's to the point where, okay, bitch, I'm gonna stay out your way, I'm gonna stay out your eyesight, I'm gonna stay out of every fucking thing just so you don't be bothered by me. So it got to the point where I knew, like, when I was getting off of work and almost to the house, she would be leaving the house. So I started to, like, when I would have to walk from the bus stop and walk into the neighborhood, I would, like, sit, or, like, they had, like, what are those things called? I can't remember what those things is called, but they had like this little hut area. They had like benches under it, and you could sit and look at the lake and stuff. So I would just go over there and sit down and wait until her ass would leave, because she would take her dogs out before she left, and then go back inside or whatever. So one of the days I would do that, like, or I would like stay hidden somewhere in the neighborhood so she wouldn't see me. Even when I would take the bus home or whatever and walk back into the neighborhood, I would still be once I got into the house, like, she would still be there. So now I had started to like avoid her or whatever. So I started, just hiding in the neighborhood, or like just sitting in areas where she wouldn't see me when she left out. So that happened. I think one of the days when I had went and was sitting in the hut, she had ended up taking her dogs out, and she came out real far towards like the lake area. So like, say if I'm right here, I was probably like all the way over there. But I know, like, if she was looking, she probably saw me. She probably saw me. I don't know. But anyway, so I started avoiding her and stuff like that. And then like, I finally get my first check. My first check wasn't shit. I don't even think it was $100. Y'all, I don't even think it was $100. So, but one of the days I had, I was using the money that I did get. I used that so I can get from work, and just so I could get something to eat or whatever, because that was another thing, y'all. She was starving the fuck out of me. I'm talking about when she would not buy me food, like, at all, because it's not like we bought groceries or nothing, so she would eat out. And I know when she was at work, she was eating. I know that for a fact she was eating. So I would be in the house eating dry food. And mind you, I was big, like, wider than a bitch. And I could not understand why was I so big when I wasn't even fucking eating. So, anyways, I would use that money so I could, like, get through the next following weeks of work until I get paid again. So, mind you, one of the days, my job was like, it had like a plaza across the street. It had like a Dollar Tree. It had a grocery store. It had Marshalls in there. I think that was a Marshalls. Yeah, it was a Marshalls. It had Marshalls in there. It had like, I'm not sure if that was a Party City or like a coffee. I can't remember. I think it was like a coffee shop or something. And I would just go across the street and just wait over there until the bus came, because that's the side that I had to get on to go home. So one of the days, like, I think I had even like got a little bit of like cute little Christmas stuff or whatever for the people at the front, the office people, because I had really liked them. Like, they were nice or whatever. So I had got like little kitty kings and I don't know, just little cute little Christmas things, like, and put it together, and I just gave it to the people at the office. And I think I had even like, bought little grocery stuff, like little things that I could make or whatever. Anyways, one of the days, I'm talking about when I used my last fucking, like, because Christmas is coming around the corner now. Christmas is probably like a few days. Me and this bitch is still like not fucking with each other. She's still not fucking with me. I don't know why. Honestly, I cannot tell y'all why. The only thing I can think of is that she just despised me and hated me because she just didn't want me to be there, and because I was there in her presence, it bothered the fuck out of her. Even when I started working, I still was bothering her. For some reason, I still annoyed the fuck out of her. So, which was confusing, because at first I thought maybe she just didn't like me no more because I wasn't working, I wasn't contributing. Now that I am working, I'm still a fucking bother to you. So anyways, her parents, like her mom and her sisters and stuff like that, had came down. And I remember we got into an argument. She was just like, oh, I don't want you here, you just need to go home, and every time, y'all, I would try to go home, I eventually end up staying because she would kind of like be sad or make me feel bad for leaving or whatever. So I end up staying. And when I stayed, I fucking regretted it anyway. And it's kind of like she regretted it too, because it was just like, you should just let me go when I was trying to go. But anyways, her paper them was there, and you know, I guess her mom and them was like, you know, paying attention. She was like, oh, because they're gonna know that like that this is not gonna work out and blah blah blah, like some shit she was saying, basically like, oh, her mom and her sister is gonna put two and two together, and like they gonna figure out, like they gonna be watching us or observing, like she was like basically like, oh, they're observers, so they're gonna observe and see like, oh, we not really on the best of terms, and like this relationship is not one that she should be in or whatever. And why the fuck did I continue to stay after this bitch told me that? I asked my motherfucking self that same fucking question, because I should have fucking left. If a bitch telling me some shit like that, I should have took my ass home for Christmas with my fucking family. Like, that was, yeah. Around this time, I was stupid in a bitch. When I was talking about Delulu, if Delulu was a person, it was me, bitch. So, but you know, Christmas is coming up. It's like a few days before Christmas. And mind you, y'all, we didn't even put up the Christmas tree until like the week that her mom and them was coming. So it was probably like December 15th. I think I remember that shit. How the fuck I remember that shit? Because I remember we ended up going to Walmart. We had to get like a whole bunch of last minute like ornaments and stuff like that for the tree. And it was like December 15th or 16th or whatever. But anyways, after that, I used the last little bit of money that I had, and I went to, around this time, I think her people them had left. Yeah, they had left because they left probably like a few days before Christmas. So I ended up going across the street when I was leaving my job. Went across the street, you know, went into Marshalls, and I used like I literally remember this shit. It was literally like my last $10 and some change that I had, and I used it to like get her a shirt or whatever, just because I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to get her no gift or nothing. So I was like, okay, let me at least like get her something. So I got a shirt, and I had got some wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree, and then I just wrapped it up in that or whatever, and I put it under the tree. And that was literally the only gift that was under the tree, was a gift for her, which was a shirt. When I said she didn't give me no gift, she did nothing. I'm telling y'all, that girl, now I'm sitting here really thinking about it, that girl hated me. She hated the fuck out of me. I remember she ended up like, before I even get there, but yeah, I ended up getting her a gift and put it under the tree. So that happened. Christmas Day came or whatever, and we arguing again. We're fighting again, and I can't remember what the argument or the fight was, but she was not fucking with me. When I told my she was not fucking with me, she was not fucking with me. It got to the point where I had to even end up leaving the house or whatever and just going and taking a walk and stuff. And then I had ended up giving her her gift. Of course she didn't want it. Of course she wasn't, you know, appreciative of it, because it was kind of like, ooh, I don't know. I just don't know. So we ended up eventually making up that day or whatever, and I remember she gave me like I think it was $80. How the fuck do I remember this shit? I don't know, but she ended up giving me $80 so I could get my nails done. Cause y'all, the whole time from October all the way to December, I can show y'all videos. I had like these nails from, of course, when I was back home, whatever, and they was like yellow. I think they was yellow. And when I say these nails was like, it needed to feel like they was all up here. So even when her mom and them was there, I was looking bummy as fuck, just trying to like do things to make myself look cute. And why didn't I just pop the nails off? I don't know why. I think because I was always scared around that time to pop the nails because they would hurt. So I had just had these little nails on my hand that been needing a feeling from decades ago. And you think she cared? Do you think she cared? She did not care like at all. So I remember that day we ended up making up for Christmas. But I think we argued like super duper bad. But when we did make up, she had ended up giving me like $80 so I could go get my nails done at the mall. Cause the mall was down the street. I had to walk to the mall too to go get my nails done. So I remember, I think she gave me the car. I think she did give me the car. Yeah, either she gave me the car or I walked. But I don't know, for some reason she just had a change of heart that day and decided to, oh no, I don't even think it was that day. I don't think it was that day. y'all. I think it was the next day because the fucking mall was not open. So it was the next day that she gave me money to go get my nails done or whatever. And it was just weird because it was just like, bitch, you was just being a whole Grinch to me on Christmas Day, on fucking Christmas Day. And I'm literally sitting there, you know, just trying my best not to argue with her. I'm sitting here like, oh, like, you know, let's do something, like, let's make up, like, I don't know, like let's play a game or something. I even gave her the gift. I don't even think she really looked at it. I just placed it next to her and then I had just walked out. And yeah, that was the day that the Grinch stole the Christmas. That's the end of this story, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Do not shoot me up in the comments below about this story because I know I was stupid. I know I was a delulu bitch because I know a few of y'all gonna probably be like, oh, because they could never be me. They could have never been me. I would have took my ass home. They're like, yeah, that I look at it. I should have took my ass home too. But we all make mistakes and we learn a motherfucking lesson. And you know what I did? I learned the lesson because guess what? I will never, ever, 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 ever again go and be around a bitch that I know not fucking with me or whatever. Or I should have, like, I'm never ever gonna like miss the signs that a bitch not fucking with me, because I literally was missing the signs the whole time. And you know, it's not until you get out the situation where you start to like pay attention or start to remember things that happened and you just like, damn, this person really did not fuck with me, or this person really did not like me, this person really hated me. So it wasn't until I had got out of it, because you know, sometimes when you ignorant, you a little delulu and you missing the red flags and you missing the signs where somebody is not fucking with you and they trying to say you get the fuck around them, or even if they not telling you that, but you know, their actions are showing like they don't want you around them, and you should have just picked it up. And no, I didn't. Yeah, I was real big dummy. But I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. Fuck me, don't fuck without me. And thanks for watching Vlogmas Day 4. Y'all, we so consistent, ain't it? Anyways, drop in the comments below how you felt about this story. Was I a big dummy, or was I just in love? And also drop in the comments below what videos would you like to see for the rest of this Vlogmas. I have some planned, like I said in the last video. I have a little bit more of ideas to plan. Video ideas to do, but I also need some help, y'all. Remember, this is my first year doing Vlogmas and we trying to get on board. Also, I wanted to say shout out to all my subscribers. I love y'all so much because y'all got me to 150 subscribers. I was so excited. Like, when I saw that joke this morning, I was like, no, not y'all got me to 150 subscribers. Yeah. Anyways, I gotta go, y'all. Bye, babies.
Pop like me, you can't compare me regardless. The weed smell it in garbage. The mademoiselle in her 40s. The Z, the Rastafarian, the Z, a Rastafarian cool. I'm skating off dust, miss sorry me, you. Your daddy a Z, so what are you?